am I the only one sick and tired of Ferrari? Like, once again, we're making more change after more change after more change. And this time round, it comes at the hands of the sporting director. People, it's time. It's time to give up on this team. It's time to forget about Ferrari. Ferrari, you're a waste of space in Formula One. There is no need for you to be here anymore. We are sick to death. Now, don't get me wrong. Should there change be needed in Ferrari? Absolutely. Because I can't find them where they are this season. In Formula One 2023, who and where the hell is Ferrari? Nobody can tell me. Nobody knows what's going on. And now here we are, okay? This is the next in the latest saga that is Ferrari, okay? Laurent Mekies is now going to be departing from Ferrari. This is a man who's meant to be joining AlphaTauri in terms of in 2024. And, you know, he was going to stay at Ferrari until the AlphaTauri gig sort of comes into play. But guess what? Ferrari even just said, listen, it's time to just pull this trigger right now. After the season that they've been having in Formula One, Ferrari have decided, you know what? We ain't got time to waste, okay? It's time to get this team back at the front of the grid because, let me tell you something, they've been a shadow of themselves, man. But once again, they're changing personnel. And guess what? We're not going to see any more changes. I'll tell you that right now. Okay? Ferrari have a whole heap of problems. I mean, just look at the Hungarian Grand Prix, for crying out loud. Okay? Where Carlos Sainz is telling the team strategists what strategy they should be doing. Okay? When it came to giving the advice, Carlos Sainz is the one that's actually going out there saying, you know what? Never mind. I'm going to stick to the strategy that I'm currently on. I don't think we should be doing what you were supposed to do in this race. And that just sums it up. Okay? And it's not the first time. Year after year, I even go back in the videos on Peter on Pole, on this channel right here, where Sebastian Vettel is doing the exact same thing. When will Ferrari learn? When will they learn? They are allergic to prosperity. This is a team that is shambolic. And I think I've reached my limit with them. You know what? I used to take joy laughing at Ferrari year in, year out. And I thought, you know what? We can continue this all day long. But oh no, I think I've hit my limit, people. I think I've hit my limit. Where now I'm just fed up of them, okay? Now they've got a new sporting director coming in by the name of Diego Ioverno. Ioverno? I don't know how to pronounce that name. I'm sure as we will see him in the paddock, we will hear a lot more about him. But listen, they're changing situations. They're seeing what they can do. They're trying to make something happen. And I tell you what, I genuinely, I don't know what to think of this whole appointment. I genuinely don't know what to think about Ferrari. I've given up on this team. I mean, look, you know, Mercedes and Red Bull, and, you know, Mercedes this year are not really challenging. Let me be very, very clear, okay? And Red Bull are gone. They're gone with the wind, okay? Nobody's catching them this season. But then Aston Martin came to the front and said, hello, we're here to fight for some podiums. This was at the beginning of the season. God knows what's happened to them now. So it is what it is. And then we have McLaren, yeah? My boys, okay? Couple upgrades for them. Big up Andrea Stella. Big up the crew, yeah? Peter Pedromio and the gang, right? Big up everybody at McLaren because they've said, you know what? This car is garbage, okay? And they've changed. They've made something different regarding this vehicle. And now, look at them. They are swinging with Mercedes. Not quite with Red Bull, but they're swinging with Mercedes. They've got some integrity about them. Meanwhile, Ferrari, can we get into Q3? Can we get both cars into Q3? You know, P6s and 7s. Excuse me? This at the start of the season was the fastest car on the grid. Mark my words. This was the fastest car on the grid. And now all of a sudden, I can't find Ferrari. Where are they to be found? No one can tell me where they are. And I've not found a Ferrari fan this year. Normally, I can't stop hearing from you guys. Normally, I cannot stop smelling you. Normally, I cannot stop smelling the stench that is a Ferrari fan. Listen, no disrespect. I know some Ferrari fans, and I'm very cool with some Ferrari fans. It's against the principles and philosophies of McLaren fans out there. Don't get me wrong. However, now I can't find them. I don't know where they are. Yeah? I don't know where they are. I said at the start of the season, Ferrari will not win one race. And they came for me, people. They were on my door saying, what on earth are you doing talking about Ferrari not winning a race? Have you seen how fast our car is? Have you seen Charles Leclerc? Have you seen Carlos Sainz? And you know what? They had a very good point, okay? But guess what, people? I saw this coming. As soon as they sacked Mattia Bonotto and they recruited Fred Vasseur out of AlphaTauri, who the hell do they think they are? Who do they think? What do they think this is? Do they think Formula One is a joke? Guess what, people? Formula One is not a joke, okay? So they recruit Fred Vasseur like that's going to change their fortunes. And we're here again, changing people. Race director, sporting director, yeah? And we'll even be here for the Belgian Grand Prix. Fair enough. But my God, Ferrari, you guys, you're, I don't know what you, someone there has sinned. They've sinned against the Lord, and it's time for them to repent in order for their sins to be forgiven. Because this team is an absolute disgrace. This team is a joke right now in Formula One. Okay, you're just a richer Alpine. You're just a red Alpine rather, because they're the same thing, aren't they? Alpine are a joke, and everybody knows it. And guess what, people? If you haven't known it yet, Ferrari are a joke. Their last race winner was their last championship winner was Kimi friggin' Raikkonen. Okay? Kimi Raikkonen, 2007, a man who slept to victory, okay? He kind of woke up and didn't really even try for the title. It was just because McLaren were getting up to their shenanigans, okay? And gifted Ferrari the title. So it wasn't even a title that they deserved. But here we are, yet again, Ferrari making more changes, making more things happen. But listen, look at the strategists out there, okay? Look at the people. These are the people that are wrong at this company, okay? They've changed CEOs. They've changed team principals. By the way, there's too many men in this team, okay? There's far too many people in this team. Too many cooks spoil the what? Exactly. And Ferrari needs to sort themselves out. Get your fingers out, man. Honestly, get your fingers out. I'm sick to death with this team. How even Formula One can even project the news that that Ferrari team is recruiting a new sporting director. I get it. They're the biggest franchise in Formula One history. They are the team that everybody wants to talk about. But I must be very clear. I am sick to death of talking about Ferrari. They bore the hell out of me. And yet again, we are here talking about Ferrari, new principle, new this, new that. Guys, when will it end? They're a disaster. They're a disaster of a team. They are shambolic. They are the Manchester United of Formula One, okay? A team with all the resources, all the money, and what do they have to show for it? Nothing. Nothing whatsoever, okay? They congratulated Laurent Mekies on, his time at Ferrari. 4.5 years, 7 race wins. Excuse me? This is Ferrari. This is Ferrari. This is a guy that you should be seeing out the back door. Don't get me wrong. They probably had a good relationship with the guy. He's probably left on good terms. But listen, to even put that in the statement, 4.5 years at the team, 7 race wins in 4 years. Do me a favor. Do me a favor. Okay, how many poles? There's a lot more than those race wins. Let's be very, very, very clear. But Ferrari, for goodness sake, you know what you need to do? Stop being in the news. Just shut up. Stop talking. We're sick to death of it. Stop talking. I don't want to hear a sound from Ferrari. I don't want to hear a peep. The only sound I want to hear from Ferrari is the engine. That's the only thing I want to hear. Because, by the way, speaking on your engine, you and Haas and Alfa Romeo, good grief. Formula 1 2023, at least the first half of the season, before this summer break, is a team, it's an engine that is disgraceful, it's a team that is garbage, and it's run by clowns. The Keystone Cops run Ferrari. The Keystone Cops run Haas. The Keystone Cops run Alfa Romeo. Okay? I swear at the Hungarian Grand Prix, I thought it was the Ferrari that was just painted Alfa Romeo, because the way that Zhou Guanyu and Bottas were doing in quali was unbelievable scenes, Jeff. But here we are. The race obviously normalized itself as it would do. But Ferrari, we're here again. It's boring. It's flipping boring. Ferrari, get your finger out. And I'm speaking as if to say I'm a Ferrari fan. Believe me, I'm loving your demise. But at the same time, I'm thinking, hang on a minute. You're the reason we don't have a title race this year. Do you know that it's your fault? Do you know that it is your fault that we do not have a title race on our hands? Because listen, we can all talk about Sergio Perez, and believe me, we should, okay? Because Sergio Perez, guess what? You've let me down. You've let the people down. You've let the masses down. But let's be clear. What car was close to competing with Red Bull last year? What car was close to competing with Red Bull this year? It was the Scuderia Ferrari. But where the hell are they? Languishing 6, 7, behind Piastri, behind Norris, behind Hamilton and George Russell. Because Mercedes, by the way, have been unserious as well. They're not going to escape any criticism this season. Of course not. But my goodness, you guys, I'm done. I'm sick to death of Ferrari. I'm sick to death of it. Change has to come. It's time. It's time to stop mucking about. 2007 was the last time they won a Drivers' Championship. 2008 was the last time they won a Constructors' Championship. We are done. We are done. Okay? Braun have won a championship since then. Okay? Red Bull have got countless championships. Mercedes, it's laughable. Since you last won a Constructors' Championship, Lewis Hamilton has won 6 World Championships. Okay? And I can even say 7 because one of those was in 2008 when you last won the Constructors' Championship. Honestly, I'm sick to death of it. And here's the thing. I'm not just talking about recent times here, people. Alonso, yeah? Raikkonen, Massa. People that have had to suffer. Sebastian Vettel suffered in that Ferrari. Charles Leclerc suffering. Huh? Carlos Sainz suffering. Carlos Sainz as if to say he's a world champion. No, but he's talking big talk to his own team. Because he's got more sense than the team. How can that be? How can that be? Ferrari, I'm sick to death of you. If you're sick to death of Ferrari the way I am, then do me a favor. Smash a like on this video, subscribe to the channel, and leave a comment in the comment section. If I'm being too harsh, leave a comment. Please let me know. What are your thoughts with Ferrari with yet another change in their team? Now, don't get me wrong. Something has to change in Ferrari. Believe me, it does. But the strategists are getting away with murder at Ferrari. And someone has to call it out. They've got to call it out. Now, maybe a new sporting director, he will put the pieces in play. You know, Diego, there's a lot on your hands, okay? There's a lot on your hands this season. Well, next season as well. There's a lot on your hands. The car, once upon a time, was the best car on the grid. So God knows what the hell has happened. Anyway, guys, I'm sick to death of talking to this team. No doubt I'll be doing another video about Ferrari at some stage because they're the gift that keeps on giving. What can go wrong will go wrong. I'm sick to death of them. I'm absolutely sick. Comment down below, like the video, smash a like. And until next time, lights out.